Welcome back to Speak Up Queen, the podcast where we empower, uplift, and celebrate women who have reclaimed their voices to inspire others. Hi, I am Marika, and I'm so excited to have you here with me today because you asked me for a guest speaker. So today we're going to talk about healthy relationships. And that is something I really struggled with. So today is all about relationship. It can either be a relationship with yourself, a relationship with your son or a child or with your partner. And for such a long time, I was really struggling with this one. This was one of those things where I just there was like a wall and I couldn't get over it. I couldn't get over and see what was behind the wall. And I have built this wall for my own protection. That is what boundaries is all about. But when you start loving yourself and you start getting this confidence and you're showing up as your authentic self and you are starting your healing journey, the walls is starting to break down. And for a long time, I had like a checklist. I really had a checklist in my mind. If my husband, at that stage, me and my husband has been together for 19 years. I think it's 19 years. It's starting 2007. I can't do the maths now. I think it's 19 years. Wow. No, can't be 19 years because no. Maybe 15 years. Wait. Yes, I know. This is like, Marika, what are you doing now? But I want to be sure. Minus 2009, 17 years. Yes. I met my husband when I was 17 years old, and we have been together for 17 years. But it wasn't always love, respect, friendliness, happiness in our relationship. It wasn't always. It was arguments. It was me trying to trust a man. And for some reason, God sent it, my husband, for me. He, he sent that man to me in a pub. I was partying like a crazy person because that was my way of showing the world, hello, there's something wrong with me. I am partying, I am smoking, I am drinking, I am like a crazy person. World, please see me. World, I'm a 17-year-old just trying to scream to the world, hi, can someone protect me? Can someone help me? But then I met my husband. On 11th March 2007. I was partying at the bar, yep. And I was really just there for fun. I never had a serious relationship because I didn't trust men at all. And here was this amazing man standing in the corner with his dimples. Oh, I'm blushing because, oh my word, I've got just a beautiful husband. Standing there with his cowboy hat and just looking at me and just with that dimples just tick. And yeah, and we met and I told him, hi, I'm Marika. And I just left. He asked me, his pickup line was, Marika, can I get a smoke? And I was like, you have a packet of Camel in your what is you, I don't know what your t-shirt, but sure, yes, a cigarette. And I just left. And then I started to dance because dance was my way of being careless. I didn't, when I was dancing, I never felt something. I was feeling confident. I felt so untouchable. And then I started to dance and he just like slapped me on my ass. And I was like, I like it. And then I went home. 3 days later, he asked his friend to ask my number. But it sounds like this whole fairy tale. But I want to tell you how many trucks of salt we had it to eat before we could come to this healthy relationship where we are now, where we respect each other, where we can be honest with each other, where we can feel safe. I feel safe. My husband is my safety resource. And I'm going to talk about the safety resource in a minute. But it all wasn't always that. I was this 17-year-old still living with my parents. And I met this boy, and on 12 May, I met his mother. I can still remember the day she said, Marika, I know you. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. And she said that she could remember when I was young, I had two ponytails, or I don't know what you call it, two ponytails. And I was always with my short finger telling boys off and telling what was right and what was not right. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry about this. I didn't think that I'm going to cry, but yet I am crying because for such a long age, from such a young age, I had to stand up for women and for other people, protecting my sister, thinking that I had to protect my mom. And I always thought that I did. But she said that I was the strong, independent child, 8 years old. And now bringing back that emotion about you. Here I am having my own podcast, making a safe space for women to share their stories. That 8-year-old was strong. She was courageous. She didn't care. She wasn't scared of anyone in the world. But then life goes on and she gets older. She gets older and people are starting to dim her light. People are starting to dim her light, taking away her happiness. And all she wants to do is scream. I just wanted to scream. But yeah, I tried my voice to be heard through drugs. Oh, not drugs. Sorry, not drugs. I wanted to say drunk because drunk is alcohol in Afrikaans. Um, alcohol, drinking, smoking. But then I met my husband when I was 17 years old, and things changed. This man wasn't scared of anything. He was there to protect me. He was on a mission to protect me at all, for everything. He was there to protect me. And then I moved in with him after I finished school. And I was like, oh, I'm out of the house. I've got this husband, this man, this boyfriend. We're living together. It's going to be a dream come true. And then the reality happened. I was so used to arguing and fights that I took that unhealthy relationship or that toxic relationship of my mom and my dad into my own relationship. I was craving arguments. I was really craving arguments. I was searching and looking for arguments wherever I could. I don't know how my husband kept up with me because I can promise you I wouldn't have kept up with me. But he did. He did. We were fighting for almost 5 years. In and out, fighting. Fighting. And as soon as I wanted to start an argument, this man of mine, husband of mine, didn't do anything. I was ready to fight and he just didn't do anything. I don't know if you have ever left an argument and you're thinking in your head, oh, I should have said this, I should have done that. But the argument never went anywhere. Or you are preparing yourself in your mind for an argument And then sometimes it just never happens. Yes, we've been through a lot. We've really been through a lot. And then I had this, okay, if he loves me, he will marry me. Tick. But I still didn't trust him. If he gives me a child, he loves me. But still my walls was still up. And I promise you, this man never gave me a reason not to trust him. He took care of me since I was 17 years old. I talk about a man, but he's just 4 years older than me. He's not that old. But he took care of me. He protected me. He is my safe space. He gave me everything I wanted. That was love, a safe space, respect. And some people may say I'm very lucky, and I am truly, truly lucky. I've spoken to a few women, and some say they have to go through a few bad relationships before they end up with the right one. I was very lucky enough because I met my husband when I was 17, and we've been together for 17 years. And I think I have to say thanks to my grandmother, because she always said, Marika, you are going to marry a farmer or a farmer's boy. And I'm like, Grandma, do you know how boring these farmer's boys is? And I've got nothing against it because I've married one. They're so boring. I want a skateboarder. Yes, that I am telling you, I'm spilling the tea. I wanted to be wanted to be with a skateboarder, someone who just had this chill, didn't care in the world. And then I met my husband. And then I showed up with my husband to my grandmother. And she said, you know what? Your husband grew up in front of my eyes. So sometimes the journey isn't always what we plan. But the people in our life that loves us can have the power to plant the seed in our lives. My grandma surely did. I always thought I knew you, I'm telling you, you're going to marry a farmer, a farmer or a farmer's son. And I was like, no, 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 no. And yet, here I am, 17 years later, happily married. Do we still get our ups and downs? Absolutely. Don't let this face fool you. We can still get into arguments. But one thing that I've learned is life is too short. Never go to bed angry. Don't say things that you can't say you're sorry for. I sometimes still need to bite on my tongue before I say something. But I'm also in a safe space where I can say what's on my mind. I can tell him, no, 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 I don't like this. I don't do this. Let's do this. Let's work as a team. Because that is what a relationship is all about. And Elena and Grant Cardone is one of they are also one of my people that I look up to. And Elena said one day, she and Grant doesn't do 50-50. It's a 50-50 in the relationship. It's 100%, 100% in the relationship. And that was something that really stuck with me. Why would I just give my husband just 50% of me? Why not 100% of my love and my respect and my honesty and my loyalty to my husband? And he the same. Why not? And that really was like, I'm going to give it my all. Because in a relationship, even in a friendship, you both need to work. Someone can't do more than it is a balance. We need to balance each other. And for such a long time, there was no bloody balance. It was like arguing, calm. And the arguments always win because that was my feed, that was my food. I loved arguments. My husband couldn't be 5 minutes late, and I was saying, you're cheating on me. because that was what I was used to. But then I made a decision to say, you know what? My past doesn't define me. I can change. So at the age of 17, I went to the social worker and I told my story. And this is how Speak Up Queen is really the why. In the first episode, I did share with you what the detective said, blah, 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 blah. But that is where it all started. To say, okay. And it didn't, like I said, it didn't magically happen. And I was in this healthy relationship with my husband. And I was trusting him and things like that. No. I really needed to move away from my environment. Environment is such a huge role. I really needed to start my healing journey. Not for someone else. Not because my son needed, yes, he needed a better mom. And my husband needed a better wife. But for me, myself, and I needed to start my healing journey for me. Not because of the validation of other people. Will someone love me or like me if I am still doing making bad decisions? And please, if you are making the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over and again, I don't judge you. Because you are doing the things with the resources you have. You can only do as much as with the resources you have. If you don't have the right resources, that's going to be the thing. But you have a choice. Queen, you have a choice in your life to say, you know what, I don't like to be treated this way. I want to be confident in my own skin. I don't want to seek validation in other people's opinion. I want to heal, even if it's messy, even if I cry on TV or on a podcast or on whatever, even if I have to show my vulnerability. I need to show up for myself, for my inner child, to heal that inner child of mine. And God gave me an amazing son. He's almost 12 years old. And he was really, when they put that baby on me, I was like, I am going to protect you with everything that I've got. I'm going to protect you. And that's what I've been doing. He sometimes says, Mom, you're so overprotective. And a few weeks back, someone said something about an overprotective parent was an unprotected child. And that got stuck. That really was, it's like sugar or a cherry on a pudding, on a cake. An overprotective mom was an unprotected child. So if you are feeling like you are the worst mom in the world, you are too strict, you are too annoying, because he's on this stage of that, I don't know. I'm just enjoying the ride at this stage in my life. I'm just enjoying everything that I can get from him. Sometimes I'm lucky enough to get a hug, so I will take that. But he's almost in 6 years, he's out of the house. So I'm going to just embrace every moment. And surely it wasn't always fun and games. At this stage in my life, I didn't want my son to hug me. And now you're going to say, oh, Marika, but you are a bad mom. But I was so afraid that there was a monster in me and I would have hurt my son. So I, again, put up a wall. But then we moved to Australia 5 years ago. We were on the mission. And over the last 5 years, I really needed to start my healing journey. I really needed to start it. And that's where Let's Go Core actually started. To go core, to go inside, to work on yourself. To get some safety resources. As a trauma-informed coach, I had to learn about safety and that my body needed to be safe before I could heal. And now I am Teaching my son these things, teaching my husband these things. If you don't feel safe in your body, because your body is going to scream. When your body is going to scream, nah, I don't like this. Please get me out of here. But then you're like, shh, shh, be quiet. I need to fit in. Shh. I need to say yes because maybe they will like me. And you start to be in this rat race of thinking that you need to prove to someone else your worth. Why is it? Well, Queen, I want to tell you there's a bright story because now we are going to get to the fun part, not to the sad part. The sad part is behind us. There is so many resources out there. Like seriously, just go on YouTube, go and grab yourself a meditation, go and grab yourself a tapping, learn how to tap yourself and tell yourself and explore different ways to start your journaling. Oh my goodness. There's something exciting coming some soon, but I won't do it. What do you call it in English? Spoil the fun now. I will leave it for now, but there's something coming soon. Art therapy, journaling, breath work, finding yourself a safety resource, and a safety resource can be a mentor, can be a coach, can be your husband, can be God, can be nature, wherever you are, even if it's just a safe space in your home. Start creating a safe space in your home. This is my safe space. Like when we moved into the house, this was the first place that needed to be packed out and be pretty and be clean. Yep. This is my safe space. So if you are today listening to this podcast and you are wondering what is a safe space, it can be anywhere. It can be outside in the garden. It can be outside on the veranda. It can be in your office where you can just be yourself, where you can have candles that smells like air, what do you call this thing? A diffuser, whatever you call it, that thing that makes smell with the essential oils. Make a safe space for you in your house, if you can. And start writing down your thoughts. Or start talking about it. Record yourself. If you feel overwhelmed, go outside into nature. Go and ground yourself. Hug yourself. I am safe. I am enough. Do it for 5 times, even for 5 minutes. Listen to calm music. Listen to nature talking to you with the wind, the bees, the birds, the sun on your face. If you want to work hard on your relationship, start working on your relationship with yourself first. Because, Queen, let me tell you, when you start healing yourself and you start becoming who you truly are, the walls is like breaking down and you are open to receive love. Like my husband and my relationship now, and my relationship with my son now. Oh my goodness, is a way back. But I needed to heal. I really needed to start going core and start healing myself for myself, not for anyone else, and to show up as my authentic self without searching for the validation of other people's opinion. Because you weren't born to fit in, you're born to stand out, you're born to share your story. You are here to make a difference in the world. If something happens to me today, I want to make sure that I have tried my best to help someone feel better about themselves. Even if I just put a smile on your face, then I am also glad I did it. I want you to feel safe in my presence. Well, Queens, another one that bites the dust. I am super excited for the next speaker. And for the next episode, I'm really excited. So I am gonna love you. I'm gonna leave you, and we are gonna talk soon again. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe, Speak Up Queen, so that you don't miss out on anything. And comment if you like something and you found some value. Comment below. And just remember that you've got this. You can do it. I believe in you, and I'm proud of you.